the issue of taking Kenneth Okonkwo to court wouldn't have been there if only Kenneth stopped at even allegation. But he said he has a lot that he will talk in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that when I said I'm taking it to court, he said now that he's being taken to court, that he will now be able to disclose or bring in the open all those things he wanted to keep it. I think Rufai, as a leader, this is time to scrutinize, avail ourselves for scrutiny by the public, so people can hear all the bad things about us. Because it is important that our future leaders must be who they say they are, in terms of character, in terms of integrity, in terms of competence, in terms of qualification, in terms of everything.
A major political confrontation may be brewing between Peter Obi and Kenneth Okonkwo. What started as allegations and public exchanges could now be heading in a completely different direction, the courtroom. And Peter Obi says he is ready. Not only is he ready, but he says he would be happy to meet Kenneth Okonkwo in court if that is what it takes to settle the matter publicly before Nigerians. So, what exactly did Peter Obi say? Why is he welcoming a court showdown? And what could this mean for both men going forward? Let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing community for the latest political developments, analysis, and major stories shaping Nigeria. Today's discussion focuses on Peter Obi's latest remarks regarding actor-turned-politician Kenneth Okonkwo. The former Labour Party presidential candidate has made it clear that he is not afraid of a legal battle. In fact, he appears to be inviting one. Let's take a closer look at what happened. Speaking on the matter, Peter Obi made a very direct statement. According to him, the issue of taking Kenneth Okonkwo to court wouldn't have arisen if he had stopped at those allegations. But he said he still has more to expose about me in the future. I am happy to meet him in court so he can present everything publicly before Nigerians. If anyone has any criminal allegation against me, let them bring it to court. That statement sends a very clear message. Peter Obi is saying that the problem is not simply the allegations that have already been made. According to him, the concern is that Kenneth Okonkwo reportedly suggested that there is more information yet to be revealed. And that appears to be the point where Peter Obi believes the matter should move beyond public discussions and into a legal setting. Now, let's carefully break down what Peter Obi is saying here. First, he suggests that the issue might not have escalated if the allegations had ended where they started. In other words, he appears to be saying that continuing claims about future revelations changes the nature of the conversation. Second, Peter Obi is emphasizing transparency. Notice the phrase, so he can present everything publicly before Nigerians. This is an important part of his statement. Rather than responding to allegations through social media debates or political arguments, Peter Obi is indicating that a courtroom would provide a formal platform where claims can be presented openly. Third, he goes even further. He says, if anyone has any criminal allegation against me, let them bring it to court. That is a strong declaration. It suggests that Peter Obi wants any accusations against him to be subjected to legal scrutiny rather than remaining in the realm of speculation or public debate. This statement is attracting attention because it changes the tone of the conversation. Political disagreements are common. Public exchanges between political figures are also common. But when one side openly welcomes a court process, it raises the stakes significantly. A court proceeding is different from a political argument. It requires evidence, documentation, and formal presentations. That is why Peter Obi's comments are generating discussion among supporters, critics, and political observers. The big question now is simple. Will this matter actually end up in court? At this stage, Peter Obi has made his position known. He says he is prepared. He says he is willing. And he says that anyone with criminal allegations against him should bring them before the court. Whether the matter progresses further remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. Peter Obi is signaling that he has no intention of backing away from the controversy. For many Nigerians, the issue goes beyond the individuals involved. People want accountability, people want transparency, and people want clarity whenever serious allegations are made in the public space. That is why statements like these often attract widespread attention. Many Nigerians believe that when claims are made against public figures, those claims should be backed by evidence. Others argue that public officials should always be willing to defend their reputations when challenged. Peter Obi's latest comments appear to speak directly to that debate. As the conversation continues, all eyes will remain on both Peter Obi and Kenneth Okonkwo. Peter Obi has made his position clear. He says the issue escalated because there were suggestions that more allegations could emerge in the future. He says he is happy to meet Kenneth Okonkwo in court, and he says anyone with criminal allegations against him should present them through the legal process. For now, Nigerians will be watching closely to see what happens next. Will the matter remain a public debate, or will it eventually move into the courtroom? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this political story is far from over. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us your thoughts in the comments section. Do you think this issue should be resolved in court? Let us know your opinion below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
In fact, there were allegations that came out recently that Kenneth Okonkwo made that made you take him to court for 5 billion as regards monies exchanging hands in your political party.
The issue of taking Kenneth Okonkwo to court will have in depth if only Kenneth stopped at even allegation. But he said he has a lot that he will talk in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that when I said I'm taking it to court, he said now that he's being taken to court, that he will now be able to disclose or bring in the open all those things he wanted to keep it. I think we find as a leader, this is time to scrutinize, avail ourselves for scrutiny by the public so people can hear all the bad things about us. Because it is important that our future leaders must be who they say they are in terms of character, in terms of integrity, in terms of competence, in terms of qualification, in terms of everything. So once he said that, I said, wait a minute, we must go further. So they can help. Because some of the things we're seeing today that the young ones are doing are examples they've learned from our leaders. So this is time to ensure that those who are coming to lead us must be people of character. Everything. Not don't,
because you threatened that
no,
a good thing.
Not just Kenneth.
So you want Kenneth to go and expose you. That's why you're
everything. Not don't,
because you threatened that a good thing.
Not just Kenneth. Yeah. Everybody should not say those things they know that is bad about me or I did that is wrong, because it's good for the system, good for the society. So if you know that when we were in primary school, this man was cheating, we didn't go to primary school, didn't go to secondary school, didn't do. If you know this man has done something criminal somewhere, this is time to bring it up. We must not allow the next set of our leaders to have a record that is doubtful.
Okay.